Espolest, Portug, Southeast, Southeast NEC 14/16 Southeast Illideal. ALR Mandarota, Matindili AL, Sisdili, Ses. Algazla, Matin, Devmed Demi 6/6 Satar. Press option.
Knowledge, come with me. We must witness this together.
Forsyth? You're afraid. We all are.
Farkly platform Lartakar Kadular in Loina Kipe, Adladimi to Kerman 1/10 Documatic Wise Messi, Arkadular. Kerman 10, Kerman 3/10 Doc, Kerman 8/Kerman 7/10 Documate, Kerman 10/10 Docum, Yani Zelikadlar, Kalvelar Vikas Martimi 17 Satar Kardi Messi, Yamanapar, Sefer Dimi 1/6 Perez Sanulan General D Messi, Yamana, Oyan Southeast Ekran Seferin Sek, Yani Oyan D Mayan Southeast Me. 1/4 High KLE High K. Y Clanier. 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 Every me I valant K Bedledy. Y Clanier. Y Clanier. Y Clanier.
Hello!
I hope you're feeling okay. That kind of trip always upsets my stomach.
Thank you for having the courage to come. I am Foresight.
I'm Action.
And I'm Knowledge.
I wish we had met under different circumstances, but this world is under attack, and we need your help. Foul creatures known as the piglins have emerged from their fiery home, and they mean to conquer this peaceful land and all the creatures that live here.
We need your help to make sure that doesn't happen. But don't worry, you won't be alone.
Behold, I always wanted to say that. We present to you,
Gifts!
with the right melodies from this lute, the LAs will gather your resources, keep them safe for you, and build whatever you need.
Within this case burn the flames of creation. The flames will call upon friends to fight by your side. These golems helped us shape the overworld, and now they will help you defend it.
And last, but not least, this is the banner of courage. Raise it high, and this world will rise to your aid.
The piglins' hunger is insatiable. They already have a foothold in the overworld, and if they are not stopped, they will devour everything.
We didn't prepare the creatures of our world for this day, but we believe you can.
That's why we called upon you. If there is any hope, it's you.
Hello?
We don't have much time, but just enough to show you a thing or two about these tools. There's no telling what you'll face in the overworld now that the piglins are here. So the sooner you master these tools, the better. Head over to Action and we'll get started.
Great! Now let's get to work.
The overworld is filled with resources you can gather to help you fight the piglins. And that's where the LAs come in. Play the right melody on your lute, and they'll gather anything for you.
Let's start by playing the melody to gather wood.
Canuck Salam SK Colin Lamar Southeast LED Itremeka in AAYND Messi YND Messi YND Messi Colin O John Poplis Southeast LE Melody 1/1 Jezin Meka in L1R1 Colin O John Poplis.
Use the lute to play the melody for the LAs to gather wood.
The overworld is filled with so much potential. I never thought we would have to use it for war.
Think of this as a path not to war, but to bring the world back to peace.
O John Popliyakar YND Messi Tank Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tank Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desim Sa YND Messi Yaretl NA Ednst O John Popli O John Popli O John Popliyakar YND Messi Tank Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tank Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desim Sa YND Messi Yaretl NA Ednst O John Popli John Popley. Manakron BLM. John Popley YND Messi Tak Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND Messi Yaretl NA Edmst. John Popley YND Messi Tak Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tak Mahe
Make your way to where action is and use your loot to gather some stone.
NA Desimes YND Messi Yaretl NA Edmst. John Popley. John Popley YND Messi Tak Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND Messi Yaretl NA Edmst. John Popley. Popley Southeast Hilly Melody 2/2 Jezin Mecca in L1R1 Colin. Popley YND Messi Tak Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND
Now
Messi
you've got resources.
Yaretl NA Edmst.
That's step one. Step two is playing the melody that will inspire the LAs to build what you need.
Hey, build some stairs so you can come and join me up here.
Popley. Popley YND Messi Tak Mayavet GND RAYND Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND Messi Yaretl NA Edmst.
You know the platforms the LAs built can be used as stairs too.
Popley.
It just depends on how you look at it.
KYSK Colin Lamar Southeast LED Itrameka and Yakar YND Messi YND Messi Sal YND Messi Colin Southeast LE Melody 1/0 Jezin Mecca and L1R1 Colin.
Remember, you have all the tools you need to build a staircase using the platform.
Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND Messi
Well done.
Yaretl NA
Stairs are going to save you a lot of time out there.
You'll use flames of creation to call your friends to battle. Lapis will
Ramp
keep you
Yasa YND
burning
Messi
bright.
Tak Mayavet
Take some from a
GND
chest, place
RAYND
one
Messi Tak Mahe RGND Yarsa YND Messi Yaretl NA Desimes YND Messi Yaretl NA Edmst. Ramp.
Now, let's light those flames.
Use the spawner melodies to call the golems you met earlier.
Arilar SK Colin Landlar Southeast LED Itrameka and Yakar YND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi Colin Colors Golem Canwin Darcy Southeast LE Melody 1/2 Jezin Mecca and L1R1 Colin. Kanuk Salam SK Colin Landlar Southeast LED Itrameka and AYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi Colin Popoplis Southeast LE Melody 2/2 Jezin Mecca and L1R1 Colin.
Thank you again for your courage. We are honored to have you as an ally.
We'll be with you every step of the way.
White Clanier. 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 Wyclanier. 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 Canuck Salam SK Colin Lamar Southeast LED Termeca NAAYND Messi SAYND Messi SAYND Messi Colin O John Poplis Southeast LE Melody 1/2 Jetty Meca NL1 R1 Colin.
Welcome to our world. We would love to introduce you properly, but a village needs your help. Please, go to them.
I've marked the village that's under attack on the compass and in the world for you, so you can easily find it. I'll also mark areas where you're needed with a beacon of light to help you navigate to them better. We provided you with some starting resources, but remember that the allays can gather more for you while you make your way.
Busy allays or happy allays?
Dinaya Harpasi.
Get over there quickly! Oh no!
Those little pink monsters must be stopped. Don't forget, build spawners to summon allies to fight by your side.
The immediate danger is over, but the village is devastated. The piglins have ruined the fountain.
A carpenter hut will repair nearby structures. Get the allays to work building one for you. You have all the tools to repair the broken fountain. If you don't have enough wood or stone, make sure you gather them.
Frontline underscore category name SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon BTN Mabar Southeast LE Melody 1/6 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Kanuk Salam SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon Ojan Topless Southeast LE Melody 1/2 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Ya PSK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi colon Rampus Southeast LE Melody 1/5 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Ya PSK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi colon Rangos called S Southeast LE Melody 5/5 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Toolbar unit direct underscore special underscore category name SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon BTN Mabar Southeast LE Melody 1/5 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Toolbar unit direct underscore special underscore category name SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon BTN Mabar Southeast LE Melody 1/ Ya PSK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi colon Rangos called S Southeast LE Melody 5/5 Jazin Mecha in L1 Southeast LE Melody 5 Mangoes called S Southeast LE Melody 5/5 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Rampus Southeast LE Melody 1/5 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon BTN Mabar Southeast LE Melody 1/6 Jazin Mecha in L1R1 colon Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name SK colon Landwars Southeast LED Iter Mecha in Yakar YND Messi AAYND Messi Sa YND Messi Sa YND Messi colon BTN Mabar Southeast LE Melody 1 Man Ekran R Ekran S Parsec 1/5 Sec Messi Sec Mulari D Iter Mecha in L1 AR1 D Mailoring Bazena Sis Dil category BLM 1/ Matindili ALR Menuha Alja, Birimark, or Toms, SFX, Dil category BLM 1/2 Matindili ALR Manu half Satar Southeast Ilandir T Arcade, Air, Matin category.
That's a perfect spot. The Carpenter Hut will have the fountain flowing again in no time.
What a relief! The water flows again.
The piglins are rallying on the outskirts of the village. I think another attack is on the way. Better build up some defenses while there's still time. Arrow towers will work well to defend this village. These defenses will work well to keep the village safe.
The piglins are close. Don't forget, your golem friends want to help too.
The piglins are here. Brace yourself, hero.
The piglins will attack from all sides, so be sure to check your compass to see where they're coming from. The piglins are trying to destroy the fountain. Don't forget you've got plank golems. They'll do great against mace runs.
The attack is over, but some piglins...
You've done it! Village saved! We knew you'd do it.
The villagers are